Hi everyone, today I am making a street corn pasta salad. This is a healthier twist on a traditional pasta salad, but we're keeping all of the flavor, raising that protein and that fiber, as well as lowering that saturated fat that we're normally going to see in a pasta salad. This recipe is really affordable, filling, and delicious, as well as it can be a great thing for meal prepping, for lunches, and also just preparing meals ahead of time so that maybe after a long day of work, you already have your dinner ready for you. Here are the ingredients. These ingredients were chosen because they are high in fiber, high in protein, and just create a good flavor overall. So to start with this recipe, cook your pasta according to the box directions. Every brand and type is going to be a little bit different, so just cook it according to your directions. So one thing about this recipe is that we're using a whole grain pasta or a high protein pasta, and that is going to be really vital for helping the nutrient content of this recipe. It's going to provide much more protein and increase the fiber of the overall recipe. So while the pasta is cooking, you can prep some of our other ingredients. So I went ahead and started prepping our black beans. I just took this can, drained it, and rinsed the beans under some cold water. So I just have this bowl ready for us for the salad. Next, let's dice our onion. For this recipe, we only need about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of onion. So that's really not a lot when you're looking at a whole onion, so we're only gonna do part of it. So there's a lot of ways to chop an onion. The way that I like to do it is I peel back all of these like flaky layers, and then I cut the two ends off of the sides. I then just chopped it in half, and I think for today's recipe, I'm only gonna use 1/2 of it. So as far as actual dicing goes, you want the flat edge to go towards the cutting board, and then you want to cut it just in small, tiny pieces in like a checkerboard pattern like this. All right, so as you can see, we have our diced onion now ready to go, and I'm just going to set that to the side. Another tip I forgot to say about slicing onions is that it does tend to irritate your eyes, but one trick that I live by is to get a bowl of water or a cup of water and set it right next to where you're working, and it picks up all of the irritants instead of it going to your eye. All right, now for the creamy dressing. So the base of this dressing is Greek yogurt, which can be a little scary if you've never used it before, but it's very similar to like sour cream. It's a really great swap for mayonnaise, higher in protein, lower in fat. It can be used for a lot of different sauces and dressings that are creamy in general. I use this all the time, and it's very versatile. All right, so I went ahead and put our Greek yogurt in this bowl, about 1/2 cup, and then I put the lime juice in here as well. The lime juice, it does not have to be from a fresh lime. If you just have like that, little bottle of pre-squeezed juice, that's just fine. So for our seasonings today, we're gonna be using black pepper, garlic powder, some salt, and then chili powder. This mixture is going to give us that tangy flavor while not hijacking the calories or anything or the fat. It's going to be really great, healthy option for a dressing. Now for the fun part, I have this big bowl to put everything in. First, our pasta, now our diced onion, our rinsed black bean, some frozen corn or canned, and last but not least, our dressing. I'm just going to give everything a big stir. Compared to traditional pasta salad made with white pasta and mayonnaise, this version has 2 to 3 times more fiber and double the protein. By improving the protein and fiber of this meal, we're improving the nutrient density, which means we're getting more nutrients per calorie. This recipe aligns with the 2025-2030 dietary guidelines for Americans. It emphasizes vegetables, whole grains, and plant-based protein sources while eliminating saturated fats and sodium. Thanks for watching.